Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, it seems that Mrs. Christa McAuliffe has given the perception that she is a woman of science. She is not a scientist. And this dangerous assumption threatens to diminish the reputation that true scientists, real scientists, have worked so hard for. So I will present evidence to prove this fact. I will then leave it up to you, the jury, to find Christa McAuliffe guilty of impersonating a scientist. First of all, as you know, she was only a teacher. Of course, this is the reason she found herself on the Space Shuttle Challenger with the teacher in space program. She went to school to be a teacher. She even got a master's in education. She was not a science teacher. She taught history, civics, ethics. Where were her ethics when she was falsely leading people to believe she was a scientist? I flew on a plane to Portland recently. It was certainly more than 73.1.24 seconds. I don't consider myself a pilot. She trained for 4 months to get on the shuttle. That's like going through level B at Second City's training center and calling yourself an improviser. Maybe our current distrust in scientific studies, like with climate change, is attributed to the fact that we're willing to call any Jane Schmo a scientist without vetting them properly. I'm not saying she's a sham scientist. I mean, like those ones that said smoking wasn't bad for you. Coincidentally, the year that Christa died was the year that the scientific community agreed that secondhand smoke was also bad for you. Though I'm guessing it wasn't the smoke that killed her. Secondly, Christa cannot hold a candle up to real women scientists. She was an intelligent woman, no doubt, but she's no scientist. She may not have mistaked the critical part that caused the Challenger space shuttle's demise, the O-ring, to be like an onion ring. But she certainly wouldn't have been able to pinpoint that as the culprit. Did you know there was another woman on the Challenger? Her name was Judith Resnick. She had a PhD in electrical engineering. Now that is a scientist! Christa was certainly no Dorothy Hodgkin, who discovered the structures of penicillin, vitamin B12, and insulin. What was it that Christa discovered? The only thing that Christa has in common with Marie Curie is that they both died tragic deaths due to science. Finally, Christa seemed to do more non-science-y things in her life. She liked music and she studied the piano and was in a glee club. But we don't talk about her being Christa McAuliffe, the pianist, or singer Christa McAuliffe. On the shuttle, she was allowed to bring some personal keepsakes, and she didn't bring science-y things. No litmus paper in her pocket. No petri dishes in her bag. No beakers in her suitcase. But instead, she brought her husband's class ring, Exhibit A, a necklace of her daughters, Exhibit B, and Exhibit C, a stuffed frog of her sons. prosecutor, because if Christa McAuliffe loses, then science loses too!